Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Flight Risk. I'm surprised this is out so soon. And it's a Friday. I got notified it was out on a Friday. Fandango came out and said weekend watches or whatever. And it's like the release of Captain America, Brave New World. And then you scroll to the bottom of the email and it shows all the new digital releases. Flight Risk is out, which is they normally come out on a Tuesday. This is the Mark Wahlberg movie. Also Michelle Dockery is in it. Topher Grace, Leah Remy, okay, alright, and, some other people. Nobody else recognizable, but it hasn't been, obviously it came out digitally quick because the response. It's only a 5.4 in IMDb, but only 8,677 people rated it so far. A pilot transport an air marshal accompanying a fugitive to trial. As they cross the Alaskan wilderness, tensions soar, and trust is tested, as not everyone on board is who they seem. I don't know, sounds fun, but I heard it's not great. Let's find out. Let me know what you think. I'll let you know what I think. You can let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm going to record what I think to you. And if you stick around, you'll find out. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Flight Risk, and I kind of get the low ratings, right? The concept is hard. It's an hour-and-a-half movie of three people on a plane, right? So the people I mentioned, Mark Wahlberg, Topher Grace, and whatever her name was, are the three people on the plane for the entire movie, right? And what was her? I just got to get her name. Michelle Dockery. Okay, sure, she's talking to people, and there's other voices involved. But really, it's just the three of them. And, Topher Grace is being transported. He's found in Alaska, somewhere in Alaska. And they're flying to Anchorage, Alaska to then, go into, get him back so he can testify against somebody. And they get a pilot, and the pilot is Mike Wahlberg. So, as you can imagine, people want Topher Grace's character dead because he's, he's a loose puzzle piece, you know what I mean? Like he could spill a lot of secrets for the work that he does, right? So that's kind of where Mark Wahlberg comes in, and so again, you can only do so much in a small little prop plane with three people. I forgot, it's a Mel Gibson film, So I think from that aspect, it's tough, but it was fun. I thought Mark Wahlberg's, I kind of liked his character, a little different for him. And I enjoyed it. I'd like to see a little backstory on that character. So that was cool. But it felt like it was riddled with a lot of, I'm saying holes, but like faux pas or whatever. Like just things that are just stand out bad. When you see this movie where, the mob or somebody's involved in it and there's corruption, okay? We think it's more intricate, and you're trying to solve how does everybody know what's going on, that kind of thing, and that's great. But I'll give you one small example because I don't want to ruin the movie for you. But like one of those faux pas or holes or whatever I'm calling, when you subdue an aggressor, right? When something like that happens, you subdue. All right, you want to make sure everything's good. You got to make sure that it's cleared of weapons. The aggressor probably attacked with a weapon. You don't have it in your hands. It's around somewhere, so you better look for it, right? Like they're kinds of things that you just know, and just like stuff like that throughout the entire movie. That kind of, I don't know, made it not as great because it felt like it wasn't. People weren't dedicated to the secrecy of what it should be all about, or like the details. That's what I mean. They weren't, you know what I mean? There's details that you could focus on that makes it a little bit better. Again, like I said, tough movie to watch. Fun little action movie. I like Topher Grace. I like Mark Wahlberg. And I like their characters in this. But you needed more than an hour-and-a-half plane ride to make it a little bit more interesting. And you need to tighten it up. I think there's a lot that you can fix in this to make it at least a little bit better. So there you go. That's what I got. I'll keep it short because the movie was short, but it's out on digital. Check it out if you want don't set your expectations high. Just sit back and have fun and enjoy, some good actors. All right, that's it. I also liked the pilot. The pilot giving directions because she has to fly the plane. That's kind of fun. I like that. And, you start thinking when there's these movies about deception and corruption. It's like who's who, who's in on what, all that kind of stuff. So that was fun part two. But again, not tight enough. All right. I'll say this one more thing. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. So I'm not going to ruin the ending, but I just want to say the whole director piece, when she figures out the director and gets him on the phone and starts like the argument between the two of them, is not what you would expect in this type of situation. You know what I mean? Like, she could have played it a little bit closer to her chest, and you know what I mean, instead of what she did. So that little conversation that they had didn't work for me. All right, that's it. I had to get that off my chest. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.